An elderly woman in Anne Arundel County is declared dead by police officers, and her son is notified before they realize she has a pulse. Good evening, I'm Kelly Swoope. A sergeant and patrol officer are now under investigation after the medical confusion. Cheryl Conner joins us now with more on this mix-up. Cheryl?
Kelly, the chief of the Anne Arundel County Police Department, calls the details deeply disturbing. We have learned from neighbors Ruth Shillinglaw Johnson passed away this weekend, but she was declared dead more than 2 weeks ago when she was still alive. 89-year-old Ruth Shillinglaw Johnson lived in the Severna Park home alone, enjoying this time of year when the kids celebrated Halloween.
I mean, she liked to remark on their costumes and say how cute they were, and you could tell that she really enjoyed the evening.
Recently, her health started to fail, and with family in Utah, neighbors looked after her. So on October 1st, a neighbor called 911 after noticing the mail piling up.
And the summation was, that the mail was being piled up. She hadn't been seen. There was a strong odor of decomposition, and there were some other factors that they saw inside the house and with her, again, that we're just not going to get into.
A sergeant and patrol officer found her lying in the bathroom, but instead of checking for a pulse and calling paramedics, they contacted the medical examiner's office and the woman's son.
It's clear in our policy when officers come across somebody that's injured, ill, unconscious, they must summons medical attention for them. Our initial inquiry into this is that it did not happen.
Johnson wanted to donate her body to science, so the officers contacted the state anatomy board, and 3 hours later, a technician saw her take a deep breath and move her arm.
I think that would just be really heart-wrenching, thinking about that time that she was alone, and she didn't have to be necessarily.
Her son, who lives in Utah, had a roller coaster of emotions.
He was relieved, obviously, but then, of course, he's concerned how something would happen like this.
And so are Miss Johnson's neighbors.
It's hard news to understand. That's why they didn't actually call a paramedic right away.
Miss Johnson was hospitalized before taken to a hospice where, again, neighbors say she died this weekend. The sergeant and officer involved in the case are still on active duty while the investigation is underway. Cheryl Conner, ABC 2 News.